So, usually whenever we beat a game, we just kind of come on and then like talk about it for a little bit while we chill on Minecraft.
And we also
because
like
we don't
Minecraft
play enough Minecraft. But okay, so usually like I only have like 3 questions. Usually we just go over. Ow! You jerk! I thought I built this so they couldn't get in here.
Jeez.
But all right, so
scared me.
the one I usually always start with is gameplay, because I always think that's funny, because with her being a backseat gamer and then me actually playing, it's fun to hear. Like for instance with Resident Evil 3, I like that one more because of the gameplay. Amber liked it less because of the gameplay compared to 1.
It was just less entertaining.
Yeah, but would you say that's contributed because the gameplay isn't the locked camera angle, stuff like that?
Yeah, but this one I felt was better than the second.
Why do you think so?
As far as... I will get to why I think so. I'm trying to think, because the first one, yeah, had obviously like the like stuck, the still frames. I don't know what you said, but that's the word that I would use to describe it. The second one, I just felt like it was disconnected or like just too... I don't know, boring is kind of how it felt. This one didn't feel boring. The other one, like, because the graphics are less, like, ooh, crazy, impressive, that kind of stuff or whatever, even though it is remastered and they're better, I felt like the first one took their camera angles and had, like, this artistic style to make it, like, level up, and they didn't do that in the second one. It just felt like, oh, it kind of felt like a mobile game to me. Like,
The
just
second
simple.
one?
Simple, yeah. This one
And
just
you're saying
felt...
that because the cutscene, there was no cinematic flair really in the second one compared to the first, you're saying? Where this one, you feel there was more
I don't even think it's the cinematic flair, because I don't
stuff.
feel like the cutscenes are, like, cutscenes are cutscenes to me. Unless there's something, like, super special about them, they don't, like, stand out to me. Like, the live-action cutscenes are cool in games.
Oh, like the one that first opened up, yeah.
Yeah. That's really cool. It's a cool touch, but the rest of them are, like, in-game cutscenes are cool, too, where it's just, like, you're interacting. And the second one had cutscenes, too. They just... I don't know, there was no flair to it. It just felt plain. This one didn't feel plain, I don't think.
Interesting. All right, so gameplay-wise then, did you like this one more or less than? And this is referring to, like, the running, the gunning. Like, for instance, this one was way more shooter-happy. I had way more ammo in this game than I had probably in 1 and 2 combined.
Right.
So, like that or didn't like that?
I don't think I have much of an opinion on that.
So you liked it being more action movie-ish? With more shooting?
I didn't say I liked it. I said I don't have an opinion on it. Because I feel like the first one, I like the idea of puzzles and it being more of, like, figuring stuff out, but the first one's puzzles sucked. Like, the puzzles were too vague, and so they didn't, like, you couldn't get through it without, like, getting really frustrated.
Yeah.
This one I felt like had puzzles, or, like, had puzzles for you to get stuff that maybe wasn't, like, a necessity to beat the game, but made your life easier, whereas the first one was like, if you don't beat this puzzle, you're not going anywhere. So
Yeah, you
kind of had the
required.
choice to be like, is it really worth it? Like, if you're not good at puzzles, then you could still play the game, and I don't feel like you could do that in the first one.
That is a good point. Even the first one, like, we call them puzzles, but they were really do these random things together, and we're going to call it a puzzle. Because they were so disjointed. That was the issue I had with it most times.
Right, like, why are we doing this? This doesn't make sense.
Yeah, how did you get this weird little marble to fit into a statue's eye, which then unlocked a door down the hall, which was how you got to the ladder that actually went to the trapdoor? Like, it just...
Yeah.
It was this weird strain of events that all connected. Which, back in the day, that's how they extended the gameplay, right? That's how you made it longer. But now, today, it's like, well, we have so many other options. This one felt, for the first time, like, 2 was kind of modern, but 3 felt very modern. That was like a modern game.
Yeah,
if you wouldn't have told me
that.
what it was, or that it was a remaster, I would have never known.
I would totally agree with that, too, yeah. I was going to say something, and then I forgot. What was I going to say?
You're going to say something.
It was about this one
Gameplay,
being
shooting,
modern.
puzzles.
What was it? Was it puzzles?
Oh.
I don't know what it was. It was similar to it being like a modern game, like, but I lost it. It'll probably come back to me.
Okay,
Eventually.
so next thing then, story. Hands down, this was my favorite story, like, of them all. Like, 2 gave you more answers to, like, what was going on, but this was the one that kind of had less answers of, like, what the T virus was and what the G virus was and all of that stuff. But it was way more fun story-wise playing through Jill's being hunted by the Nemesis, which they never explained why she was specifically the target of the Nemesis. I almost think like it's because he was the survivor, so Umbrella wanted to test it.
Fixated on her. I think in that note, in the notes that we were reading, it was basically describing it, even though I guess it was just observations by, oh my god, are you fucking kidding me? You monster.
What?
The little, oh, I didn't die. The little baby one caught me on fire. The little baby zombie. And I thought I had half a heart left.
Wow.
I think, so, I'm getting the feeling that 1 might end up being my favorite, like, throughout all of them, just because I felt like it was so, it had so much character. Like with, it was like kind of corny, but kind of clever. And then, oh, I like the parrots. It was pretty, I thought. And, oh, hello, that was really cute, but now you're not cute.
Focus.
You didn't see him paw
you're
my
gonna
arm.
Forget
it
what
was
you're
really
saying.
Cute.
Oh, there's a big cave down here. But told you.
But I wouldn't say it's the best. No, shut up. So just like when people like ask about like my like favorite anime, for example, there's 2 answers. There's my favorite, and then there's one that I think is the best. Out of the 3 that we've played, I do think this one is the best, but the first one is still my favorite.
Story-wise?
If that makes sense.
Or just all in all, like all combined?
All in all combined, not story-wise. I still think this one's best story-wise too.
Okay.
I felt like the answers you got in this one were more straightforward. Like it was more cohesive. Like it made sense as you were going. I also feel like they kind of mansplained some of it for us. You know?
We all needed it and you know it.
Yeah.
Because I understand more now. So I know the difference. The T virus is what reanimates dead cells. The G virus is actually the mutations.
Yeah.
So there is a difference. So G virus is like the second level of what happened. Like, know what I mean? T virus was the original.
Right, but that's not alphabetically correct. I don't like that. That annoys me.
Well, it was the Tyrannus virus, if I remember correctly. It was named after the stuff that was going on, which they got from that flower. And then they did explain, so I watched some stuff after we beat the second one because I wanted to know more, but they explained when Spencer, I think it was Spencer, whoever injected themselves with the virus and became that monster with the eyeballs and everything, he hunted down the team that we think was Umbrella. We don't know if it was Umbrella, but he basically hunted them down and killed them and took back the samples, ate them, and dropped the T virus while he was eating them. So that is actually why the city was infected, was him in his crazy state went, killed that team, and then messily ate the T virus like injection things. And then it kind of leaked into the sewer system through the rats. Right. And so that's what I thought was like interesting, right? But like beyond that, so I liked this one because you really saw Raccoon City like falling apart compared to like...
Yeah, that was also nice.
Yeah, we got a little bit of that from 2, but it was really focused on the after the fact, which was... No! It was before, actually, now I think about it, wasn't it? No, it must have been after the fact. Jill got infected, that's why. So 2 takes place like in the middle of this one after Mophead looks at the police station. Remember how there was still stuff there?
Yeah.
But then she fell asleep for like 20 hours, if I remember correctly.
Yes,
so that's why.
Probably when she was doing stuff.
Yep. So that's when Leon Kennedy and Claire would have been at the police station. So I liked that part where we got to see Raccoon City falling apart. And then we know that it was because that crazy like doctor was trying to steal his research. And that's what basically caused all this. I'm still jumpy. I just broke my shovel and nearly jumped.
Oh, that's good.
But so it was cool seeing the combination. It was really cool getting to go back to the police station in this one. And Murphy, I thought you gave him peanut butter to...
I did. He devoured it very quickly.
Wow, he's good at that. You're going to need to get him more complicated
Pretty
toys.
impressive.
But, like, there's a lot that they answered in this one mixed with 2. It almost feels like 2 in this one should have been combined with how short this one was.
Yeah, it
They
feels kind
literally
of
should have been
funky.
put
Like,
together.
why did they make it intertwined with the second one? Why didn't it happen afterwards? Or did they realize, like, oh, well, I guess we can fill in the holes more than we did? Kind of thing. Like, that's funky to me. I don't know why they would have, like, why did they decide to do that? And have them take place at the same time? Have 2 take place during
3. I
3.
think I actually have the answer to that. It's because how else would you not have the world fall apart? So they needed all of this to happen at the simultaneously because they were going to nuke the city. That's why I think it happened. Because remember, Leon and Claire get out, which I think they heard. I don't remember. I thought they knew that the city was going to be destroyed. But Leon and Claire get out on the train. Where these guys flew out right as the nuke hit. But I assume it's because they knew the world would have literally fallen apart if they didn't just destroy the city quickly. So that's kind of...
Right. They did make a good choice, but then it was like, well, there's a chance for the people who haven't gotten out if we get the vaccine to them, which we discovered there was a vaccine, but which it sounded like they were giving you the chance of like, yeah, if you can get it to us by this time,
they didn't want to destroy
it.
the city.
Yeah. But they had no choice.
Yes.
And they did give you the chance. They're like, hey, if you can get this to us by this time, then sure, have at it, you know?
Yeah.
I don't feel like that was unfair.
I forget what your point you're trying to make is.
Oh, I was just saying, like, why did they make it interchangeable? And then it was like, well, we had to show how they were going to destroy the city. It's really hard to play a game and focus on the game and then remember what you were talking about.
Noob. Anyways, so I think you were talking about why 2 and 3 weren't combined.
Yeah, like why couldn't they just destroy the... Well, we just started talking about the fact that they... Can I get fish from you? Why they were blowing up the city, in our opinion on that.
Yeah, because I really enjoyed this one. I think this is definitely my favorite. We've played 5 at this point, which we're going to do a Minecraft review. Like, once we beat 4, we're going to do 4, and then we're going to recap 5, and then go back in and talk about that one, too.
Yeah, it's been a hot minute since we...
5 I love because it just... that was my first Resident Evil, and it was just so much fun co-op. Like, just absolute nuttiness. It's just hilarious. And then this one I think is my favorite so far as, like... This was a Resident Evil. It was kind of scary. It was kind of campy. It was funny.
It did feel more from like
villain kind of vibe.
It's like I've never played or seen a lot of Resident Evil games, but like about it. This felt more of like, oh, this is what I pictured this game being based off of, like what I've heard about it, etc. Yeah, for sure. Would definitely agree with that.
Yep, so that was a lot of fun. Next thing, I always like to talk about the characters. I think Jill is right now my favorite character.
Jill stepped it up a notch for sure.
I don't know if what the voice acting is. I always say I want to go and look at the originals after we play these, because the voice acting was light years better than anything that had come before. Claire had some okay moments in 2's remaster, but this one I really felt way more like the actors were really embracing like the goofiness. Yeah. And Jill was way more realistic and funny and yet badass. Like, she was a badass. Which was cool.
Absolutely was. But again, she could die.
Yep.
She was aware of her own mortality, it felt like. But also her skills. Which is nice, to see a strong female character in games like these. That's cool.
So Jill's my favorite character. I liked most of everybody in here. I could not take Carlos serious at all, and I'm pretty sure it's because of his hair. It just looks so crazy.
I feel like they knew what they were doing. They made you hate him, and when I say a redemption,
I don't think I hated him at any point.
He's a bad guy. It's just because it's he's easy to make fun of.
He was kind of douchey a little bit in the beginning, but I would say that was the most.
He was very douchey in the beginning and disrespectful. And so that part, I don't know, it didn't annoy me, but you could see what they were doing. He did end up being okay, but his hair was the worst part. That's for
sure.
sure.
I just do? What happens when you hit right click on trees?
What?
If you right click on tree trunks, it like smooths. Oh, stripped oak log. Interesting.
Very interesting.
Does that give you anything No, same thing. Weird. Anyways, like character-wise, Carlos couldn't get behind. Liked Tyrell. Totally thought he was a bad guy, though.
Also liked Tyrell. Feel kind of guilty for suspecting him.
I did not like the ending of fucking... I don't even remember his name, the Russian asshole. I think you should have had the option whether you killed him or not, personally, in my opinion. Even though they did nuke the city, so she's like, he's dead. There's no way he's getting out of there in 10 minutes when they stole the helicopter, but never say never. If you don't see a dead body, the person is not dead. End of story.
They have a chance.
And after just,
There's
he was such a jerk. It would have been so satisfying to be the one to actually kill him.
Yeah, I do agree with that completely.
But I get it story-wise. Jill's not that character. It's almost like, matter of fact, it's probably why they did it, is that's not who Jill was. So they didn't want you to kill him because Jill wouldn't have, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that does.
She's not a killer, like murder people. She is a cop in the end. Super cop, whatever she called herself.
Super cop.
Does Carlos ever come back? Is he in 6? I know 6 is multiplayer.
Only one way to find out.
It's the last one that's multiplayer. But it's weird because I don't know if he ever comes back. I know is he in 4? I don't think he's in 4. I don't think Jill is in 4, but now I strongly suspect she actually is because she's not killed in this one where Chris thinks he's dead. So I'm like trying to figure out the order of when certain things happen.
Right.
Oh, shoot, I'm going to die. Oh, wait, no, that's just that stupid freaking bat things. I hate those things so much.
Why do you hate... Oh, the fly.
The freaking flying things are, like, evil.
Sorry. They are kind of rude.
They're so mean. But, otherwise, yeah, like, boop. I really enjoyed this one. Boop. Last thing I always ask is, would you play again? And when I say, would you play again, if somebody came up to you and was like, oh, man, I've always wanted to get into Resident Evil. And you're like, okay, let's do it. And you're going to play through all of the games. Do you look forward to playing this one again? Watching somebody play this one? Like, being part of it again is what I usually mean. Because the first one, not really into. I don't think I would like to sit through the first one again. And I definitely wouldn't want to play the first one again. Second one I was okay with. This one I actually think would be really fun to sit with. And I think that's because it's so short, too. Like, it's a fun game to watch, play, and then you're done. And you could beat that game in one sitting if you really wanted to.
I think so, too,
zip on through it.
Yeah, it wasn't crazy long.
Not at all.
Yes, I do think that one was very entertaining, and I would watch somebody else play it. I would play it. I would do it again for sure.
Awesome.
I think so.
All right. Cool.
I do believe so.
You heard it here. Amber would watch somebody else play it again.
I would or I might play it. I know it because those aren't the games that I play where it's like I know for a fact. If I were to try to play one of these games...
I've been trying to convince her. I think she should play 4 with me and we'll take turns. Even though 4 is a lot more intense, I think. But
I know for a fact that I would die a lot. And it's like, that's okay that I would die a lot. Like, that doesn't bother me. It would take a long time. That's where I'm like, I don't know if I really want to do that.
I don't know about that. She doesn't give herself... Like, you play PUBG. You play shooters. Matter of fact, PUBG's third person. So you actually have stuff to compare this to.
Oh, shit. Okay.
I think you could play it.
Yeah, I just know I would die more than you do. So it's easier if you play it.
Oh, that's what rabbit skin turns into. Interesting.
What?
Rabbits, I was curious what rabbit pelts are used for. They
I didn't... What do rabbit pelts look like? Show me. Oh, that's a rabbit's foot.
No, rabbit pelts. They're like little gray leather. You combine them and then they turn into normal leather. But anyways,
cool.
To finish out what we were saying, I thought it was a very fun one. It's so short that it's super enjoyable. It reminded me of Call of Duty campaigns where you just play through and you're done.
Yeah.
So I really liked that one. And then quick update. So I don't think we're starting Resident Evil 4 Thursday because Amber's about to leave.
So I'm going to Vegas for a Pink concert.
So
And I leave around that time, so I won't be able to do that day. No. Wait.
yeah, we're doing Thursday.
Yeah, I'll be here Thursday. I won't be here Friday. So we won't be doing Friday.
No, Thursday we're not starting Resident Evil 5.
Yes.
Or 4.
I'm sorry.
We're playing something
totally
else.
was off
I don't
base
know.
off of what you were saying. I'm sorry. I understand what you're saying now.
No, so we're going to be playing something different we don't know yet. Maybe Fallout 76, maybe PUBG, maybe Valorant,
I thought we were
maybe
going to do something
Phasma.
spooky.
We're going to try to get
I thought we were going to try to do something
here.
spooky.
We're going to try to play that. And then after that, we'll just be taking a break Friday, and then we'll be back on our normal schedule. I think you're here Monday, right? She doesn't know. Okay, well, we'll let you know Thursday
Yes,
then.
I will be here Monday.
Okay. So
Take it back on Sunday.
Monday, we will be starting Resident Evil 4, which
Yes.
I'm really excited to play that one. So
It will be. I don't know anything about it, so.
yeah, but okay.
I'm here for it. I don't know anything about it, but I'm also excited.
All right. Well, thank you everybody for joining us, and then we'll see you Thursday and then Monday.
All right. Peace
Bye
out.
bye.